of humanity. So if you're not on our Slack, please let us know. Reach out to one of us with the gold crown next to our name, and we can hook you up with the link so that you can join. We also have XR Women merch available, and if you look back in the back of the room, there's a blue button that you can click on, and it will open up to our merch shop. That also we will share on Slack. It's on our website. There are other ways you can get to it, but please support us by buying some XR Women merch. We have previously announced, but we're still super, super proud of our advisory board that has just been put together and is starting now. Laura Kusamoto, who is here today. Yay, Laura. Thank you so much for being willing to take on this role and to guide us to bigger and better things in 2024. Amy Lemire is another member of our advisory board from the WXR Fund. Judith Okonkwo from Emisi 3D, who has connections and influence all across the continent of Africa and the adoption of XR, and Shelley Peterson, who has formerly worked for Lockheed Martin and Microsoft, is also on our board. So we are thrilled that they have agreed to advise us and to help guide us forward this year. Okay, we all know that the age of spatial computing is here. The Apple Vision Pro is going to be released next week, next Friday. Wow, it's so exciting. I can't wait to get to try one. Didn't order one, but you know, it will be great to see. So very interesting that some of the companies or apps that are not included in the Apple Vision Pro, such as YouTube, Spotify, and Netflix, Julie had posted these slides. I don't know if she's able to speak to them now, but she's talking about the weight of the device. It is apparently heavier than the Quest 2. And it'll be interesting to see how comfortable it is for people. Maybe the straps and things will make it a little different. And of course, it's sold out. The pre-orders sold out. At that price tag, that's pretty amazing that there was that much enthusiasm for this device. Enough people who have the budget to buy them. Let's move on. Don't know why my this is not advancing for me. Try it this way. Okay, let me try that again. Oh dear, there we go. Okay, so we talked about this last week. We talked about the state of funding for women-led companies in the U.S., which is absolutely abysmal. Fully female-founded companies raise 1.6% of venture capital. For women of color, it's even less. It's not good. But we are trying to do what we can about this. And Allison Byers, who the information I just posted came from, she's from Scroobius, an interesting person to follow on LinkedIn. She was instrumental in getting California Senate Bill 54 passed, which requires demographic data on venture capital investments to be disclosed to the California Department of Civil Rights. So making things more transparent. And to foster accountability and progress, as Allison Byers says. So kudos to her. And, you know, at XR Women, we do what we do on a volunteer basis, and it's a lot of work, believe me. So we are looking for sponsorship to help sustain our efforts and to be able to continue bringing you these events every week. If you know of someone who might be willing to sponsor our group, please get in touch with me or one of our other leadership team members. Okay, next week we have our Spatial Computing Business Showcase. Wow, this is going to be really something else. I can't wait for you all to see it. We have 9 women-led companies participating. It's going to be in an expo hall here in Engage, with booths that are interactive, where when you approach them, you'll see a 3D recording of the avatar of the woman who leads the company. You'll be able to watch a little video about it. And there are associated events that are being put on by our partners, Virtual Reality Marketing. They have a LinkedIn page for the event. As of this morning, there were 140 people registered for it, which is amazing. It will be live streamed to LinkedIn as well, but we'd love to have you there in virtual reality for the event. It's going to start at 11 a.m. instead of our usual 11:45 and go until 2. We'll have a keynote panel first, and then we will move to the showroom floor. Then it's on Thursday, February 1st, is the second day. We're having 2 days, also 11 to 2. This one will have a spatial computing masterclass. Then we'll open up the showroom floor after that. And the showroom floor will be open for the month of February for people to visit as a persistent space without a password. So you'll be able to go in and bring others in there. Just a little glimpse of behind the scenes. What you see here is not complete. It's not finished, but it starts to give you a sense of what the space looks like. And there, Robin and Julie there in the space, and it's looking great already. And Robin is working her magic to make it very special. Sneak peek for you. And then on February 7th, we have Rahel DeMont from the XR Boot Camp, and she's going to be talking about scholarships to make the tech industry more inclusive. But after that, we have a number of other events. February 14th, Tracy York, who is here today, Beyond Boundaries, Designing for Joy and Equity in the Metaverse. February 21st, Dr. Messina Morris, Echoes, Excellence, and Empowerment. And I should mention that Tracy's event is going to be in Spatial instead of here in Engage. Dr. Morris will be in Engage. February 28th, Erica McDonald, Educational Marketing, using AR and VR videos to inform, teach, and sell. March 6th, Erin Leslie, How Do They Know You See Them? A Leader's Guide on Emotional Intelligence. And then on March 20th, Dominique Wu, 10 Spatial Design Principles and Design Patterns. There are some others that we'll be sharing with you when we get to it. And if you wander back to the back of the room there, you can see some posters for some of these upcoming events. But for now, we are ready for a presentation from Shika Duncan. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to transport us all over to another space. When you get there, you'll land in an upper level. You'll have to go down the stairs and around down to the stage. So we will see you over there. I am going to take us over in just one moment. Okay, there we go. Okay, everyone, see you there. Hey, Julie.
Hey, I'll talk to you about this later about what we did. I still don't know if I have superpowers, but I can try and record on the tablet. I saw somebody was recording though. So.
Okay, you are a host now, and
Okay.
but let me give you a full body avatar. Who can I take one away from?
It's okay. I don't mind.
Oh, sorry.
It doesn't matter
sorry,
for
Nikki.
me. I'm going to try and record from this device.
There you go. Okay. All right. And Shika, we'll just wait until more people make their way down here, and then Robin will introduce you.
Sounds great.
All right. I'm going to mute myself for now.
Can you co-host me up there, Karen? Are we stay here? We're gonna
Can I
move
co-host
down.
you
We're
up,
gonna go down.
Robin?
Yeah,
Yes, I will
I
do
switched
that.
headsets. Yeah.
Oh, you are a host. You are a host.
I was, but I switched headsets. Am I still?
Oh, so are you there twice? Are you here twice?
No, I changed. I switched out. Oh, this is
Well,
what a lovely space.
it says you're a host, Robin.
Okay. Well, maybe it's stuck.
Let me turn that off and then I'll turn it back on. How's that?
No, I just assumed it did. I assumed it was wrong.
Oh, okay.
I didn't check
Okay.
it because I switched
All right.
headsets, so I thought, oh, it's probably not gonna know who I am anymore. As things do.
Okay.
I needed the peakability here.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to turn it over to you then to introduce Shika, and I'm going to go take a seat in the bleachers up here. Oops, wrong button. Okay.
Some people up there need to be coming down here. Hey, people. Hey, people up there.
Maybe
How's it going up there?
Maybe I'll go fetch them.
Okay, I'm gonna get started. I'm sure because we're on World Voice anyway,
Advise
so
them
I
to
think
use
they can.
teleport. It's faster.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
absolutely.
admins also have the ability to just bring everybody to them. Also, that's another
That's a good
option
point.
in the.
That's a good point. We can make them sit down.
Yeah, that's true too.
In the right place.
All right, Karen, I'll let you be in charge of the meanie, sit them all down in their seats, and I'll get started. Shika Duncan, also known as JoyReignVR, is a Louisiana native who graduated from HBCU Southern University A&M in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with a degree. Oh, well, I also got sad. Well, that's funny. Okay, I was just getting to the punchline. Let me try that again. Shika Duncan is also known as JoyReign VR. She's a Louisiana native who graduated from HBCU Southern University A&M in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, with a degree in economics. What's that all about? Don't let that scare you. She's an XR evangelist, conference speaker, content creator, specializing in building metaverse experiences that cater to brands and promote community. Joy helps people connect and engage with XR technology while also building worlds that inspire others to create her mission. Is her mission. JoyReign's metaverse work has been highlighted by Meta Reality Labs, Meta Horizon Worlds, The Today Show, Thurgood Marshall College Fund. Joy hosts a talk show called Joy in the Morning in Meta Horizon World. She also is a co-host with her husband on Get 'em in the Metaverse podcast, and she strategizes content through her business, Onyx Leaf Media. JoyReign strives to help people become more joyful, optimistic, and yearning for positivity. Welcome, JoyReign.
Ah, yay!
Hey!
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Karen, for helping me through this process of integrating into Engage. And I dare not start this without acknowledging my husband and saying thank you so much for being my biggest supporter all the time. So thank you, Jay Dunn, for being here. But I am super excited to be able to speak to you all today about building impactful community in the metaverse. I have a quote that says, building and developing the community is the cornerstone of social VR. Constructing the space completes the foundation. So it is actually the cornerstone of building community, which is the social aspect of it, being able to connect with people from all over the world. But before we get into that, I want to go into it. Robin touched on it briefly, but I just want to expound on it. I am the CEO of Onyx Leaf Media. That is a company that integrates different businesses, faith-based organizations, and higher education into the metaverse by establishing their digital presence in the metaverse. And we do that by onboarding and marketing and whatnot. I am the VRAR content creator of Getting Things Done YouTube channel and the co-host of Get 'em to the Metaverse podcast, which can be found on Apple and Spotify. I'm the host of Joy in the Morning talk show, in which we're going to be talking about that community today that has been so impactful, and a metaverse world creator and community builder. So you may ask, how did you get started? You heard that I have an economics degree and whatnot. How in the world did she get started in the XR space? Well, it all started with a dance. A dance with a robot, that is. Let me give you a backstory. So me and my husband, we were, before we were married, we were dating, and it was during the height of the pandemic. And Jay Dunn, he introduced me to the Quest 2, and he brought it over and he was like, you have to try this. And I danced with the robot, and it was like, I have to get this device. And so the next day, I went and bought and purchased the MetaQuest 2 and have been immersed in this space ever since. And so we would start off by doing VR date nights where we would connect virtually and just go into different apps and play different games and connect. And also, we found our home in Meta Horizon worlds, where we would world hop and meet people from all over the world. And so, while I was world hopping, if you can't tell, I'm a person that loves to talk to people. And so while I was world hopping, which is going to different experiences in the metaverse, I would meet people from all over the world. And what I found out is that everyone has a story. Everyone has a story that they've been through something, or they're going through something, or they overcame something. And so I would hear all of these different stories, and I was like, wait a minute. We have to have a space to encourage one another, to let them know that if you're going through the same thing that I went through, maybe I can help you, and vice versa. And so that's where it came a world to create, which was Joy in the Morning. Now you're thinking, Joy, you created a talk show in the metaverse in the morning. Absolutely not. I am not a morning person. Joy in the Morning is an expression of overcoming. And so this is a show that talks about different things, of people overcoming different things. And so, and Joy in the Morning is an expression in the South that it says, I've overcame something. And so what happens is, when you spawn into the world of Joy in the Morning, you're in this dark, rainy room, and it has all these different sayings on the walls that say, you don't know what happened to me. Will they like me? Do they understand me? All these different negative things that run into our in our minds, and the things that we go through. And so you have a choice to go through these tunnels, and above the tunnels, it says, it's always darkest before dawn. And once you go through the tunnels, you're spawned into the Joy in the Morning set, where it's sunny, where it's bright, and we talk about different topics that will help you overcome different situations in and out of the headset. And so that world was made to be a metaphor to encourage anyone that comes in there, to let them know that as long as you press through and keep going, that you will find happiness and joy and light on the other side. And so that was phenomenal, that this world was created, and the community built around this world has been astronomical. Let's go to the next slide. And so a little bit about Horizon Worlds. Horizon Worlds has 300,000 active users, but only 1 to 3% of them are builders. And unlike all the other metaverses, is that you are only given 15 primitive shapes in order to complete and make a world. So wherever you see a world in Horizon Worlds, it's only made from 15 primitive shapes. And so that's what makes it so outstanding, that these people are able to create these wonderful experiences from only 15 shapes. And so building the community and building a strong community extends far beyond any single platform or environment, including the metaverse. And there are three P's that I go by building the community in the metaverse. It's building with a purpose. We have to understand that if we're going to build a successful, impactful community, there has to be a purpose. And whether or not your purpose you feel as though is meaningful or not, it is needed. A lot of people think that, oh, I don't need to do this, or if I do this, people won't receive it well. Well, let me tell you, there is a community for everyone. And you will find your tribe, you will find your people, but first you have to build it and let people know that it is there. And so once you build with that purpose, you have to have a plan to do so. And that plan includes a marketing strategy to let people know that you are there, where they can find you, and how they could participate in that community. And then building with a promise, promising your community that you will be there for them and that this is a space that they can thrive in and they can take and claim as their own. And so, by doing that, some of the milestones that I was able to reach with Joy in the Morning is being recognized by Meta itself and being voted by the community of Horizon as being one of the top worlds in 2023 on the Horizon platform. I've also been spotlighted by the Today Show and NBC to talk about this thriving community in Horizon Worlds, as well as being reached out by different organizations such as Thurgood Marshall College Fund to help integrate the students into this space to let them know that they can also to create and build community. And also, you can keep in touch with me, and I would love to connect and speak more about, helping you build community or taking your place in the metaverse and building out your space. And if there are any questions, I would love to answer any questions that you may have. But thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Shika. Wow, so inspiring. Yeah, Shika, I have a question. Can you tell us? You may have said it before, but can you say again how we can find Joy in the Morning and how we can join in?
Yes, Joy in the Morning actually is on its fourth season coming up. Each season is 10 episodes, and so we've gone through 30 episodes so far, and we're coming up on our fourth one. The dates will be coming out soon in February, and so it is found on Meta Horizon Worlds, as well as Getting Things Done YouTube channel. You'll be able to find those upcoming episodes.
Great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I have a
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So when I go on Horizon Worlds, I would have to search for you because you know they have the menu there, and you scroll down. It's kind of
Absolutely.
like, yeah. So
Yes, so what you would have to type in is Joy in the
Joy.
Morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Joy in the Morning, and then you'll be able to log in, access the world.
So you have a do you have like the podcasts in there sometimes,
So
or that's just the
the
world you go
podcast.
through the yeah? Because sometimes they host podcasts in Horizon, or they have an event. But so yours is the one with the tunnels, the different
Yes,
tunnels. Is that the one? Okay.
yes, that
So I have
is
to go
Joy
in
in the
there and save
Morning.
it. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Joy in the Morning is getting a rebuild right now, so it's going to look completely different when you come into the fourth season. So I'm super excited about that.
Hi, this is Manisha. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes.
So I just wanted to know how is the interface for creating a world like do you need to be tech savvy or you should know any of these Unity or Unreal softwares?
Yes. So in Meta Horizon Worlds, there's a tutorial that you can go through in order to build with the primitive shapes. However, learning Blender, that's what I use to build the upgraded version of Horizon Worlds, is Blender and Unity as well.
So we need to integrate, like we make it in these softwares and then integrate it with Meta Horizon.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was breaking up. I didn't hear you.
So I'm just trying to understand that, okay, you build something in Unreal or Unity in your computer and then you integrate it into Meta
No,
Horizon.
no, no. In Horizon Worlds, you have to build with the tools that they give you. So you have to be inside of the headset in order for you to build in Meta Horizon Worlds. So there's only 15 primitive shapes that you can use in order to build in Meta Horizon Worlds.
So where's Blender? You, how
So
do you incorporate Blender?
So with Blender, I am using I'm using Blender in order to bring it into other platforms such as Spatial and because I'm going to be expanding Joy in the Morning, not to be only found in Meta Horizon Worlds, but to be found on other social media platforms as well, such as like Spatial and VR Chat.
No, no, no. So maybe I misunderstood her. So when you go into Horizon, you go into builder mode, right?
Builder
And then you
mode, yes,
build, but then see, I'm not
within
familiar with
Horizon
Blender.
Worlds.
Right. But then you said you use Blender also.
To go and build that my platform that I'm building in Horizon Worlds. I want to
Yeah.
take it to another platform, and so that's when I use Blender to bring it into, let's say, a VR chat or a Spatial.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Well, I'm not familiar with Blender. I've done some building in Horizon. I I'll have to look that up. I'm not familiar with how to incorporate Blender into Horizon when you're in builder mode, but I'm not that advanced yet. So
So I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, there are a lot of Horizon worlds, and you've successfully built a community. And I think that a lot of people would wonder, aside from just the fact that, you know, it's a great message and all that, you had a purpose, you had a plan. I'm just wondering if you could share any elements of that plan that were so successful.
Yeah. So being able to um get the message out there and let people know. I guess a lot of people have been having an issue with showing that their community is out there. And so by having and using social media and letting people know that you're there, people have been able to see and be interested in it. And they'll be coming to the platform and actually seeing and getting involved. And then word of
So you
mouth as
used,
well.
okay, so you used other social media such as Facebook, Instagram, et cetera, to drive people
Absolutely.
into it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Um, I have a question kind of on the same tangent. So when you're defining a plan to build a community, are you trying to start by picking a niche that's much more specific to, well, your journey or how you started off? Or are you thinking of a more broader aspect wherein you're thinking of women in XR or women in VR who want to participate? Like, how do you strategize to actually start a community that develops a strong foundation of the group of people who are in it?
Yeah, you actually have to be passionate about the topic that you are wanting to pursue. You have to have that purpose driven factor behind it. If you start a community and you really don't care about it, it's not going to last long, you know. And so, in order for you to have a thriving community, just like XR Women, we are all passionate about this community and wanting to see more women be integrated into this space. And so, this is a phenomenal community that has been built.
Thank you.
Hmm.
I had two questions.
Um,
Then that's it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So when you approach, I don't know if you approach people and tell them about the metaverse and try to have them experience the metaverse. Like with me, when I tell friends and family, they think I'm crazy. So I don't know, how do you kind of sway them? And really, they think this is a cult. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna,
No, I
people
hear you.
won't
People don't
interact.
understand,
It's
do they?
not
Yeah,
real.
yeah.
Right. So how is there a
Yeah.
way I could probably sway them to maybe my approach is wrong? I don't know.
Yeah, so what I usually do to get people into the headset is first find out what they're interested in. And once you find out what they're interested in, maybe take them to an experience that is similar towards that, and they'll be able to see how they can connect with that experience, and they'll have a total different mindset on what it is. For example, my dad, he absolutely loves sports, and so I'll be able to take him into Xstadium, which is an app that shows you front row court on a
What?
basketball court and whatnot in VR. And so
Wait. What is that? That's an
it's
app
called
in VR?
Xstadium. Yes, on
Huh.
the MetaQuest store, it's an app called Xstadium that I was able to let him see that experience, and he was blown away because it made him feel as though he was sitting front row court on on the professional basketball court, and so that pulled him in. So
Is that only
that's what I would say.
basketball or is it
Um,
football too?
it's basketball as of right now. They're going to be integrating different.
Ah,
Yeah, so I would
Yeah,
say
we want the
find
Super
something.
Bowl. We want the Super Bowl.
Ravens.
Absolutely.
You want
Yeah,
the
Ravens, right. Yes, yes,
Ravens.
yes.
Woo, woo, woo.
Lamar Jackson.
So are you in Web3? Did you get a Web3 address yet?
Not as of yet.
Okay.
Not
All
as
right.
of yet. But and before we all go, I do want to have a join the morning moment where you would just repeat after me, okay? One, I am loved.
I am loved.
I am
I
loved.
think
I
we're
am
muted.
loved.
I'm loved.
Yes, come off of mute.
I am loved.
Okay, here we go. I am loved. Okay, two, I am good enough.
I am
I
good
am
enough.
good
good
enough.
enough.
Three, even if I fail, I won't let it stop me.
Even if
Even
I
if I
fail,
fail,
I
Even
I
won't
if
won't
let
I
it
let it
stop
fail,
me.
I
stop me.
won't let it stop me.
Four, breathe, I will figure it out.
Ooh, girl, yes.
Breathe,
I will figure it out.
I will
Figure
figure
it
it
out.
out.
Yes. Five. Okay, so I accept me for me, and no one else's opinion of me matters.
I accept me
I
I
for
accept
accept
me.
me for
me for
me,
me,
and
And
no
no
one
one
else's
else's
no one
opinion
opinion
else's opinion
matters.
matters.
And the last one, I will experience happiness, love, and joy today.
I
I
will
will
experience
experience
happiness,
happiness,
love,
love,
and
and joy
joy.
today.
Yay! Thank you
Today.
all so much for attending this. I
Woo!
really
Ooh, thank
Oh my
appreciate you
you.
gosh.
all. And have a
Oh
fantastic
yeah.
day.
Oh, appreciate you so much. That's so wonderful. And I love that concept of the tunnel, of like going through a really dark period and then you do come out of it. You come out the other side. That's such a powerful metaphor for things that
Absolutely.
all of us experience at one time or another in our lives, multiple times often, and in different ways. But just knowing that we will come out of that tunnel, there will be
Absolutely.
light at the end, is just really, really wonderful. And it's so heartening to hear these messages. Thank you for sharing those affirmations with us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Mhm. Yeah. Are there any more questions for Shika?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I would like to.
Okay.
Uh, Shika, I just wanted to understand. You said you have the same community on other platforms also, like Spatial and VR Chat. So, is there an overlap of members, or they are all different in different platforms? And um, do you have to tweak every I mean activity based on the platform that you are working in?
Yeah, so there has been an increase of asking and inquiring about different platforms and whatnot. And so that's why we're taking it.
Uh-oh.
Oh no,
Uh-oh.
she must have
Lost
gotten
Joy.
booted out, or she crashed. Oh, that's a shame. Oh wow. Oh man. just when we thought we were going to get a good answer. These are great questions, though. Really like the engagement from the audience. I tell you what. While we're waiting, and let's hope she can get back in quickly. If she can't, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the 3D voice, and let's just do some good old-fashioned networking here. How does that sound?
And we can run around this cool space. Woo!
Yeah, it is cool. I think there are things to do too. I haven't explored it that much, but
Oh, I
There's
heard
some
there were
game. There
golf
are some
carts.
games and things like that.
oh
Oh,
yeah,
guys, there's
games.
there are golf
Let's
carts.
do it.